Thank you very kindly, Gimba. Welcome to Sports News. Christian Coleman claimed the 100 meters World Athletics Championships gold medal, taking the title of the world's fastest man from his United States teammate Justin Gatlin. Coleman turned the tables on his compatriot in Doha, rocketing to the top of the podium in a season's best time of 9.76 seconds. Gatlin continued to prove he is one of the sport's big-time performers. However, grabbed the silver in 9.89 seconds. Canadian Andre de Grassi, a triple medal winner at the Rio Olympics, returned to form after a string of injuries and took bronze in 9.90 seconds. And back home in Nigeria, head coach Imama Amakabo says the opportunity to play against Togo for the second time in 1 week is cherished, as it gives the home-based Eagles a chance to properly test his team's level of improvement at the Waffle Cup of Nations. Amakabo believes meeting Togo again gives his boys an opportunity to check what lessons learned from the previous encounter. The updated fixtures put Nigeria against Togo with kickoff time fixed for 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Stade Lat Dior, the Thieves. The Eagles suffered a 4-1 lashing by the Hawks in a 2020 Africa Cup of Nations Championship qualifying match in Lomé last Sunday. And breezing to the English Premier League now, Jorginho's goal in the 70th minute was enough to give Liverpool victory over Sheffield United in the early kickoff. Bournemouth and West Ham United played a 2-2 draw at the Vitality Stadium. Newcomers Aston Villa and Burnley also settled for a 2-2 draw in the keenly contested encounter. Goals from Jorginho and William gave Chelsea a well-deserved 2-0 victory over Brighton, while Crystal Palace beat Norwich 2-0. Elsewhere, Tottenham Hotspur held on to beat Southampton 2-1. Wolverhampton Wanderers also beat Watford 2-0. And defending champions Manchester City beat Everton 3-1. And that's all on Sports News. Back to you, Gimba.
Brilliant. Many thanks indeed, Kayode. 3 weeks after his death, Zimbabwe's founding leader, Robert Mugabe, has been buried in his home village of Kutama, ending a dispute between his family and the government over his final resting place. Mr. Mugabe was buried in the courtyard of the country home about 90 kilometers west of the capital, Harare, after a mass performed by Catholic priests and speeches by family members. His widow, Grace, and his children accompanied the coffin, which was draped in the green, yellow, red and black flag of Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe died in a Singaporean hospital on the 6th of September at the age of 95. Family members say that he was bitter at the way former allies conspired to topple him in November 2017 and told his family he did not want his tormentors to preside over his burial. He'll be greatly missed. Our people have voted in Afghanistan's presidential poll amidst widespread complaints of irregularities and violence in parts of the country. More than 70,000 security forces were deployed across the country to counter Taliban militants who have vowed to target polling stations. At least one person has been killed and 27 others wounded in bomb and mortar attacks on voting centers. Voters also complained that lists were incomplete or missing, and biometric identification machines intended to reduce fraud were not working properly, or people were not adequately trained on how to use them. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today condemned the horrific acts of children being abused in Kaduna's torture house, where about 400 men and children were rescued by the police. The president describes the act as inhumane. Also today, the death toll from the Bauchi yellow fever outbreak rose to 16 as Katsina State discovered 36 cases and fresh outbreaks, with over 7 million people to be vaccinated. And that's it on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for watching. I'm Gimba Omar. Have a splendid night and good night.